Welcome to Rogers Arena on Monday. I'm here with colleague Jim Jameson. It's another day at the rink, but it's also the New York Rangers in town. And there's always going to be a lot of excitement with Alain Vigneault back to where he had a lot of his success taking a team to a Stanley Cup final. It's interesting from a Canuck perspective, Jim. Not a lot to play for here. They could be mathematically eliminated by the end of the week. The lines were the same as the lines that got beat pretty handily by Anaheim 5-1 on Saturday night. We're hearing a lot of the same talk out of the Canuck room, but Jim, I know you're here to take a closer look at what the Rangers are doing. You've had a chance to talk to some of the New York media about Alain Vigneault. What are you hearing?
Well, it's been a fascinating conversation this morning, really, with the Rangers. It's almost, you talked about, Torts and Vigneault being swapped as coaches from the two teams that are playing tomorrow night, and really the big difference for the Rangers, who are playing significantly better this season, has been that the players have really appreciated the fact that Vigneault is a delegator, whereas Torts was more of a one-man band, and he likes to do everything himself. He does delegate to a certain degree, but Vigneault delegates, as we've seen when he was here, a great deal. And they appreciate that. They appreciate the fact that Vigneault brings a much more low-key approach. There's not sort of the tension in the dressing room that there had been under Tortorella. And the other thing is they really like the system he's brought in. It's not this sort of really buttoned-down defensive system that we've seen here this year in Vancouver. It's more of a sort of a flow system. Get the puck out of your end in a hurry, get on offense in a hurry, and get in the offensive zone. And the players are a young, fast team now in New York, and they really enjoy it.
I think the interesting thing, Jim, from a Canuck perspective, it's not so much what they're going to do here tomorrow night against the Rangers, it's what can you do for me next year? David Booth was very outspoken in the room today, talking about his days in Florida when he would score 20 to 30 goals. He was playing on the first line. He was playing on the first power play unit. You know, he had ankle surgery a year ago, and he was talking this morning about how it takes at least a year to recover from that injury. What we're seeing from David Booth of late on a great line with Richardson and Cassian, he's chipping the puck by guys, beating them to the puck, and taking them to the net. A real interesting subtext here going forward as the Canucks finish out this regular season. Do they bring David Booth back? We've all written to death about David Booth as a compliance buyout. He might figure into this mix next year, Jim.
Absolutely. You know, I think everybody's been writing him off all year. And the way he's played the last few weeks, just like you say, Ben, you start to wonder. I mean, with the way inflation has gone with salaries, the way the cap's going to go up, he makes $4.25 million. He's got a year left. Maybe he's a guy that you look at as a player who could be a really solid third-line player, and if you get injuries, maybe he could move up into the top six if his health continues to improve, his game continues to come back. That'll be a fascinating one to watch.
It will, and I think we've all seen the evolution of Zach Cassian. Eventually, he has to play in your top six. I mean, are you going to bring David Booth back as a $4 million player in the third line? Maybe not. And, a lot of talk around the rink today, a lot of buzz about, well, Mike Santorelli, who's out for the year with a shoulder injury, is going to be re-signed. Well, not automatically. I mean, I think the team really wanted to get a look at a player who in February, March, April, maybe doesn't have his best months. And now Santorelli's in a place where he's looking for a contract extension. Obviously wants to stay. There's nice versatility there. But, Bo Horvat, Brendan Gaunce, David Booth, it's going to be a really interesting offseason, Joe.
Yeah, I don't think there's any necessarily dead cinch there that they're going to re-sign Santorelli. I'm sure they'll talk to him. It depends what he's looking for. I mean, he had a great first half. He played close to the league minimum on a two-way contract. He's obviously going to want more than that. Be interesting whether there's a meeting of minds there. And as you say, I think it's no doubt Bo Horvat is going to be here next year, and they're running out of spots. So it'll be very interesting.
This is Ben Kuzma, Jim Jameson from Rogers Arena.